the consumer will dictate, will be the arbiter of what those foods will be. How do we then influence such consumer decision, positively speaking, not in any fascist ways, and educate? For example, if I were to take the Kaveri Basin, in about 4 districts of Karnataka, this side of the border, and 4 or 5 districts on the other side into Tamil Nadu, for the last 8 or 9 years, I think, probably from 2013, there has been a campaign run by extension officers from within the irrigation, minor irrigation works, to see how they will move from paddy and sugarcane and such water intense crops to millets. The idea being that the overall consumption in the basin of river water is reduced. Now, obviously, as you know, they will not have secured much as impact. Farmers are not willing to listen because their incomes are impacted. If I am growing 3 crops of paddy in the basin, in the Kaveri Basin, how will I accept, say, 3 crops of millet at the price that will be offered for it? These are questions that come up. So how do you respond to Gopalji on the consumer being the arbiter?
Well, when we say consumer, there are 3 areas: government, economists, and real labor, which the food goes to their belly. Economists, if you see, sugarcane is the greatest enemy of agriculture. Second is cotton. 55% of cane sugar growth goes to alcohol formation, sugar formation. 45% goes to jaggery. Now sugar goes abroad, and the repayment it doesn't come in terms of dollars. It comes from dry fruits. And dry fruit does not reach to my Bardoli workers. And in 50 years, Ukai Dam has destroyed the gold mine of agriculture, which is our area. Come to me, stay with me, and I'll take you to. But Anand agriculture people will not come to me. They will remain in their tissue culture lab. So Gopalji's reservation for pure science or against it, I fully respect it. But he has then tissue culture scientists in their mind. I am talking about 8 billion, food for 8 billion, and not sugar or wine.
I do inevitably have to make certain choices and options.
No, perfectly.
Hariharan Saab asked about the consumer being driven.
Yes.
And we talked about the greatness of millets, etc., etc. The Nizam's state had Karnataka, Marathwada, and Telangana, parts of it, right? Which was the largest growing, apart from maybe Gujarat, where Bajra was being grown, of millets. If we look at the evolution of commerce and the fall in production, it is because in 1912, the Nizam ordered no more collection of sorghum as a tax, but cash as the tax. That led to, because the British wanted money, they didn't want anything else. So please remember, there's something else also that's playing, which is the consumer on one side, pricing on the other side, and the evolution of taxes and commerce on the other side. So
Sir, I'm not bringing economics. I am talking about, you see, agriculture is to feed the people. Okay, I'll tell you. Now you said the evolution of agriculture and commerce and all that related to, when did the grains appear? How did the granary came into the practice? Earlier herbivores were grass eaters. And their excrement had partly processed grains which germinated faster. Today, if you have 5 grams of jawar, on the other hand, 5 grams of jawar eaten by pigeons.
Right.
The activation process while passing through that bird gut is so faster that the jawar seeds will germinate much faster than the standard crop.
Right.
Now, secondly, dicots appeared later, earlier world, what I'm talking is something like 250 million years ago, because that is how the grass and origin of vegetation story starts there. And along with that, ruminant stomach, grass eaters, animals. The protein rich body of animal taken by flesh eating carnivores, their excreta did not grow grass. You may have 100,000 tigers in Gir forest. It will not give you forests, sorry. It will give you nitrogen, which will support the seeds. You see how the choreography has moved over these 300 millions of years.